Hi everyone, Ryan, the after sales manager and analyst here at Talos Drones, and today we're going to be going over how to activate your DJI O4 Relay. So the DJI O4 Relay is the newest relay. It is using the DJI's O4 signal, so that is specifically meant for any of the newer drones from the T100. So any older drone, unfortunately, you won't be able to use the relay. Right now it is for the T100 and any new drone that comes out after it. So that being said, let's get this started. So once you get your O4 relay, first things first, you're gonna wanna charge it up. So you're gonna need to make sure that there's some battery on it because chances are you're gonna need to update it. On top of that as well, you will need a USB C-to-C cable, and then you'll need a remote. So we have our T100 remote right here. So first thing, we're just going to turn on our O4 relay. So just like all the other drones and all the other products, it's just press once and press and hold. At the very bottom right here, you'll see a little waterproof cover up to a USB-C cable or USB-C port. So we're just gonna plug that in right there. And make sure it's snug and just making sure you plug it in the right way. There is a notch that indicates what's right and wrong. Cool. And now since we are using the T100 remote, we have a USB-C cable at the very bottom of the remote. So just gonna plug that in here. And now you get a prompt that says, DJI Agras, allow DJI Agras to access the DJI relay. You're just gonna press OK. And then just confirming before connecting the relay with the USB-C cable, first power off the aircraft and make sure the remote controller is not performing operations. So essentially just make sure you're not doing anything with the drone while you're connecting the relay. So confirm. So now we get brought to this page, the relay details. So at the very top, you see that there is a relay not activated, activation required, and a little green activate button in the right. So, and you get a bunch of other prompts, including the device serial number, what firmware version it's on, the compatible models, everything like that. So since the activation video, we're gonna go ahead and activate it. Just hit the activate button. Cool. And your device is already activated. So now you can see the activated on. Now we have May 2026. So that being said, pretty much from here on out, you'll want to make sure that you are on the latest firmware version. So you will do the new version right there. You'll get the option to update. So right now we are, you can see when you tap the firmware version number, we are on 04.00.0502, and the most recent one is going to be ending in 0512. So going to update to that one, make sure it's updated, and then while that's going on, I want to kind of emphasize that it does not come with a tripod by itself. The O4 relay, when you purchase it, it is just the relay itself. So there's going to be a screw mount here. It looks like a 1/2 inch. 3/4 inch kind of screw mount. Yeah, so it does not come with a mount itself. It just comes with the relay. So as long as you have something to mount it on, highly recommend to not just leave it sitting. Yeah, as long as there's something to mount it on. But on top of that as well, it comes with some extra antennas. There's also an adapter right here as well for that bottom piece. So if you have anything to screw it on a much smaller size, maybe you want to mount it onto a car, mount it onto something else, you have that option here as well. And it does come with extra antennas just in case something goes wrong with these. Just 2 extra antennas, and then it comes with your typical manual charger cable, everything like that as well. All right, so we have our update finished right here. We just tap OK, and pretty much your relay is ready to use. It's activated, it's all good to go. We have connection to, basically you have the option to set for compatible models as well here. So you can see that you can connect with various models. So we're gonna do the T100 for example, and it's switching to the T100, and yeah. All right, so that is how to activate and update your new DJI Agras O4 relay. So pretty much if you are flying, everything is good to go. And if you're flying a distance maybe longer than, I believe it's 1.5 miles, you'll be able to do so because this kind of works as a range extender. So yeah, everything, the O4 relay and the RTK antenna will be linked below. So it'll be easier for you guys to kind of just scroll down, purchase that from there as well. And yeah, so for the next part of this video, we're gonna be actually taking this out to the field and flying it just so you get some actual operation, how it works and everything like that. All right, everyone, we are out in the field now. So we got done activating this and now we're actually gonna go and connect it to our drone and fly it and showcase it. So first things first, just to double check, I know we already set these parameters when we were activating it, but this is just in case it's been a couple days and you need to, or you can use this with different drones or anything like that, and you need to recalibrate it or readjust it. You'll need to connect the USB-C with the remote controller. So connecting in the bottom right here. So it's a USB-C to C. So there's a connection in the very bottom, connection in the very bottom of the remote here. So then we're just going to turn it on, and once again it's press once, press and hold, just like any other DJI model. And then once it's powered on, it should be connected, and then we can go to device management and wait for the relay to show up. Cool. Allow DJI Agras to access the DJI relay, okay. Before connect the relay, power off the aircraft, make sure everything is good. So the aircraft is on, so I'm just gonna turn that off really quick. So aircraft is off, relay is on, just to double check now. Reconnecting. All right, again, allow DJI Agras to access the DJI relay. Hit okay, confirm. And then now we have the relay settings. So pretty much, this is what I was mentioning before. You want to make sure the compatible models, you are selecting the right drone. So as I said before, if you're using a different drone, you'll need to do this each time. So pretty much you'll just select switch. So now you have a bunch of options from the T100 all the way to the T25P. And yes, the T25P is compatible with the T100, or with the O4 Relay. So there's that. So then we're just gonna select T100. Cool, everything's good from there. And then should be good to go. Also another thing as well, this is also how, just to show you guys, this is also how you get log files just in case there's any issues with your O4 Relay. Disconnect that USB-C, disconnect it from there as well. And then let's say we need to link this. So right now it's already linked because we do use this, but just say you need to link it, just like any other device, you'll just press and hold and just wait for the lights to be flashing just like this. Cool. And then on your remote, you'll just go to device management, relay, and there should be an option that says linking. Yep, there you go. Relay not connected, link to power, or link to or power on relay to continue. So then we'll just hit linking right there. So now both the remote and the relay are in linking mode, and now they're connected. So once that's all done, pretty much we are essentially good to go and fly with the relay. So now I'm gonna go back and turn on the drone. All that beginning stuff is not necessary if you essentially just have one drone or one model of the drone. So if you have only like T100s in your fleet, you won't have to do this. This is more like if you have a T20P, T50, or T55, whatever, T100, you're gonna need to swap over those models and everything like that. The purpose of the relay is a range extender. So the remote controller and the drone itself has a range of about 1.5 miles. Relay adds an additional 5 miles. So for roughly 5 miles, it's 8 kilometers. So if you are flying essentially somewhere around 1.5 miles out and then you need this relay, you'll need the relay to go even further past that. The other case scenario would be essentially like, let's say you're flying and there is a mountain or a hill somewhere where you lose line of sight of your drone, in between you and your drone. You would use this relay, basically place it on the top of the mountain, and it'll act as kind of like a relay for being able to fly all around, despite not being able to see your drone. Obviously, flight safety rules, make sure you have eye contact in your drone at all times, but just in that case scenario, maybe there's trees in the way, maybe there's a whole hill in the way that just suddenly like you weren't accounting for. That's what the use case will be for the relay. So everything is pretty much set. That's really all it is to setting up the relay. It's essentially just turning it on, having it connected, and that's really it. So that was essentially how to activate and get your O4 Relay all set up for your operation, for whatever it is. Again, it is a range extender, so if you need anything past that 1.5 mile radius that is for the drone and the remote controller, you'll be able to extend it with that O4 Relay. So again, I'm Ryan with Talos Drones, and thank you for watching.